so we are back for week 2 of this. If you have not watched the first part, I did the NFC North teams here. Where I'm starting in the NFC just because I'm a Packers fan. Even though it could have done an alphabetical order, from the top up here, how it is in the NFL page. But I want to start with the NFC. Basically, what I'm doing is every week we're going to go through a division. We're going to look at all 4 teams in that division schedule. And then we're going to, I'm going to talk who's the hardest, what's the ceiling for wins, how bad could it be? We're going to go through that. This week, week 2, we are doing the NFC East, which is probably going to be the toughest division as a whole. Because you're going to be bad. Maybe the Seahawks are going to be good, but you're going to have 2 bad teams. You're all bad. You're the only good team here. I guess the next best would be the AFC East, and then you're going to have, 2 good teams here, potentially a good team here, and potentially a good team there. So, yes, the hardest division is the NFC East, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with the Commanders. Oops, I forgot to scroll down the page here. Whoops, my bad. Let me go ahead and do that here. I'm just going to quickly get past the preseason because we don't need to talk about that. What the heck? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't need that. And then we'll do this. Regular season. Yes. All right, so, again, starting with the Commanders. Okay, well, enough with the pop-ups. Okay, so they have Arizona. They have Denver. Oh, you got Buffalo. You got Philly back-to-back. Then you have Bears, Falcons. Then you have the Giants. They're fighting with the Giants. Then you have the Eagles again. I mean, week 8 and week 4, getting the Eagles out of the way early. That could be good. Then you have the Patriots, Seahawks, Giants again. Cowboys. Oh my God, they don't play the Cowboys till week 12. Then you have the Dolphins after that. Jets and Rams. Rams week 15, Jets week 16. Then you have the Niners and you have the Cowboys. Oh my God. They're brutal, just like the Vikings. Just like if you saw the video last week, the Vikings had the Lions. I think it was the Packers and the Lions again. They have the Jets, the Niners, and the Cowboys. They have a brutal last stretch of schedule here. God, I think maybe they can win that game. Maybe they split with the Giants. Maybe they can beat the Seahawks. Maybe they can beat the Patriots. Maybe they can beat the Bears or the Falcons. And I think they should be able to beat the Cardinals. And then maybe could beat the Broncos. 7 to 8 wins, I guess, is a good estimate for them. Because they're gonna. That's a tough schedule. I think maybe 7 wins. That's a really tough schedule. So about 7 wins, probably height for them because they got a lot of good teams, especially the end. I want to save the Eagles. Actually, let's get rid of that while I'm here. Is that it? Okay, that's everything. I want to save the Cowboys and the Eagles for last. We'll look at the 2 other teams here. So we're going to go ahead and go to, this is the Giants. I'm going to have to do that for everyone, aren't I? Yeah. God dang it. Okay. Whatever. We'll get to it. So Cowboys week 1. That's going to be an out. Oh, my God. Then you have the Cardinals. Then you have the Niners. You have to go on the road to the Niners. And you host the Seahawks. They had a pretty good game last year. It was a pretty decent game. I think it was pretty defensive, if I recall. I think it was like, was it 17-13 was the final score? I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. Then you have the Dolphins, the Bills, and you play the Commanders. Then you have the Jets. Then you have the Raiders. Then you have the Cowboys again. Then you have the Commanders again. Then you have the Patriots here. Then you have a bye, week 13 bye. Then you play the Packers at home. Then you have to go to the Saints. Then you play the Eagles. Oh, God. Eagles 16 and 18. Jesus. I get they're trying to have, at the end of the year, I get you want the divisions, because it comes down to division rivals and their standings for each division. But some of these are brutal. Some of them are brutal. That's crazy. You have the Rams in between, which you could win, but possibly 2 L's. And a W here. Possibly could win this. Probably could win this. Probably could win that. Probably split with them. Probably get swept by them. Probably could win that. That's probably a loss. Again, you split with them. That's a loss. That's a loss. Probably could beat them. That's a loss. Should be able to beat them. And that's probably a loss too. So I guess right around 8-9 wins. So not much better than the Commanders. I think that Commanders will probably finish in last again. Alright. It's the second video I'm recording. The first one took me like 20 minutes or whatever. But you know, right around 7-9 wins, possibly. I think it's gonna be a hard division to get some wins. Maybe you could steal a win against the Eagles. Maybe you can steal a win against the Cowboys. I think they have a better shot at doing that than the Commanders do. Just because I don't know what the Commanders are doing this year. I have no idea. So, yes. So again, between 7 and 9 is probably the ceiling there. Yeah, something like that. Now we're gonna look at, this is the Cowboys. We'll look at them. This probably should be a W. You host the Jets. That's Aaron Rodgers week 2. You know what? We'll say Aaron Rodgers still owns you. We'll just say that. Then Cardinals week 3 should be able to win that. Should be able to beat the Patriots. At San Francisco week 5. Probably gonna lose that. Should be able to beat the Chargers. Then you have a bye. I think, did they play the Chargers last year? I'm trying to remember how that game went. I think they beat them last year on like a last second play. Should be able to beat the Rams. Should split with the Eagles. I think the Eagles, again, it's Cowboys going up. Obviously that's a big rivalry right now. It has been for a long time too. So I think they should split. Should be able to beat the Giants. If you don't split them, at least you win one game. Should be able to beat the Panthers. Should be able to sweep the Commanders. Should be able to beat the Seahawks. Probably lose here. You actually probably lose at Philly, and then you probably come back and win in Dallas here. Probably lose here. I'm going to say they beat Dolphins. I'm going to say that. That's going to be a good week 17. Probably beat them. I'm going to stick with what I said for the Lions last week. I said Lions probably end up losing this game. Probably go 1-2 in their last stretch. So I think they can beat them. The Cowboys can beat the Lions week 17, and then should be Commanders week 18 should be a W. Around 12 wins. I think that's safe to say. I think around 12 wins is safe enough for them just with their schedule, how good their team is. Depending on what happens with Miami, if Tua stays healthy, that's probably a loss. If he, is hurt, they probably can win that one. Gonna be a really tough game against the Bills. Again, probably gonna split with the Eagles. Should be able to beat the Cowboys. Should be able to beat the Seahawks. Should be able to sweep the Commanders. Should be able to beat them. Probably at worst, you split with the Giants too, just like you split with the Eagles. But you should be able to sweep the Commanders. Should be able to beat the Rams. Should be able to beat the Chargers. Again, probably lose to the Niners. Should be able to beat the Patriots. Should be able to beat the Cardinals. If you lose to the Cardinals, there's something wrong. Probably lose to Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, and then again either split or sweep the Giants. So again, I think 12 wins is that's pretty good for them. I don't think that's overachieving. I don't think that's saying hey Cowboys are getting really good. I mean they have a good defense. They look good in the regular season. It's just they fall apart in the postseason. So I will give them the benefit of the doubt and say about 12 wins. And if the Eagles have a tougher schedule, maybe they can win the division this year. We'll see. Should be able to beat the Patriots. Should be able to beat the Vikings, the Bucks, the Commanders, the Rams. This one, I can't wait. That one's going to be a fun game. Week 6 at, you have to go to the Jets Stadium in New Jersey. I'm going to say they win there. I'm going to say they beat the Dolphins. I'm going to say they did split with the Commanders last year. And they lost at home against the Commanders last year. Nah, I think they beat them. I think they sweep them. You'll split with the Cowboys. Holy shit! Split with the Cowboys. Probably lose to the Chiefs. Really tough game against the Bills. I don't know. Really tough game against the Niners. I don't know. Again, probably lose to Dallas here. You beat them the first time. Holy crap. Maybe you splits with the Giants. I think they should be able to beat the Seahawks. Split possibly with the Giants. You have the Cardinals in between the Giants here. Okay. Yeah. They either sweep the Giants here or they go 1-1 and they beat the Cardinals. So at worst right here, this is a 2-1 record. At worst. They again either split with the Giants and you beat the Cardinals, or you go 3-0 the last week here. So I think a good ceiling is 12 wins too. This is brutal. Especially if you lose to the Commanders. If this is week 8, if this is the one you lose, then again, host the Cowboys. It could be a tough game. Then you have a bye. Then after the bye, the Chiefs, the Bills, the Niners, the Cowboys again. that's gonna be really tough. Probably a couple of L's in there. It's going to feel even worse, again, if you lose to the Commanders. They should be able to beat the Dolphins. It's at home. I think 12 wins is a good thing. I think I can see them probably beating the Jets. If they lose to the Jets here, that's going to, yeah, that's going to be really tough. If they lose here, and then you have a tough stretch here, then it's like these become must-win games. So yeah, you have to win a bunch of these. You have an easy schedule up until week 6. I think week 6 is like, okay, now we don't know. Not fully sure. Depends on Tua. And then again, week 4, week 8, if you lose one of your games, and especially if you lose the second game against the Commanders, that's going to really be crucial. Oh my God, I'm doing a lot of talking. Try to get these recorded for, pre-recorded for ahead. Yeah. And then again, you kind of finish here within, last 5 weeks aren't the craziest. So, yeah. Do they have a tougher schedule than Dallas? No. Eagles have the toughest schedule. Dallas is the second toughest schedule. Giants and Commanders. Right around. I guess we'll say, because what's the end of the? Oh, you have to play the Eagles twice at the end of the year. I think I'll say Commanders have a little bit tougher. It's very close. It is very close. But either way, they should have easier schedule than the Cowboys and the than the Eagles. So I think that, I don't have a lot of faith in them. I think that the Giants are going to be in the race for a wild card spot. Obviously, Dallas is too. Obviously, the Eagles are too. So it's just going to be who comes in fourth, who's going to get shoved out of the playoff picture again. It's probably going to be the Commanders. As sad as it is, but it probably is going to be them again. They're just in the toughest division. So this is the second week here. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to wrap up here. I'm going to go get some water because I have not had any water in between these takes. I don't have anything with me because I wanted to just get these out as fast as possible, but they take a longer time to talk about. Especially that first one. I went on, I had to explain everything at the start. So next week, you will see, next Wednesday, you will see the NFC South. That is going to be, it's going to be a fun division. And then the week after that, you will see the Niners and the Cardinals. For now, though, like the video, share the video around, subscribe, and then obviously after that, we're going to go in the AFC. And so about 3 weeks here, we're going to set the AFC North, and we're going to go, down here, and we'll wrap up here with the AFC West. That being said, again, like, subscribe, and share as I stated before, and I'm out of here. Peace.